Hello there. In this video, I'll show you all WinLave Pro 15, short for WinLave Pro Synth 15 new features. WinLave Pro 15 is more and more expert in managing and playing the music repertoire, which is suitable for musicians, singers, bands, any kind of animator and karaoke events. Result of a 30-year-old experience, WinLave Pro 15 was created through the advice from thousands of users all over the world. Before I start, in case you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel to never miss a new video. These are the read-through suitable formats: MIDI file, audio, CDG, multi-track audio, video, images, texts, PDF musical score, and YouTube links. Here, on the other hand, you'll see how each of them can be converted and saved. For instance, a MIDI file can be saved again as MIDI file, including all the changes made. As shown further, in this WinLave Pro 15 version, the change options are particularly numerous and interesting. Starting from a MIDI file, you can convert it either into an audio file, using the internal sound bank professional quality, a multi-track audio file, or even into a video. A modified audio file can be saved again as audio or can be converted into a video. From a video, once modified, you can take the audio file out and save it as video. Lastly, from a multi-track file, you can create an MP3 or WAV file by setting the volume of some tracks or by removing some of them. You can manage WinLave Pro 15 in two main ways basically: Performance Mode and Media Explorer Mode. In the Performance Mode, your own repertoire is organized through a database and divided into 39 groups named song lists. In this mode, you can save the numerous changes made to the songs, which can be brought up simply by pressing a button. The Performance Mode is being used especially by musicians and singers who are unable to use the mouse since they're performing. For this reason, they shall turn a customized configuration on, previously saved in the database. The database, therefore, represents the core of the system, storing all customizations of song lists and files, ensuring quick and intuitive access to one's preferred settings. However, the Media Explorer mode allows a fast song research in your PC, and you can also verify whether the file has a lyric, manage the key adjustments, and insert an annotation. In this mode as well, you can book a single or multiple songs by creating the related playlist. Therefore, this mode is mainly used by karaoke performers who manage tens of thousands of files, without needing to make significant modifications to the songs. Switching from Performance Mode to Media Explorer mode, and vice versa, can be done simply by clicking on the corresponding icon, without interruptions, allowing seamless use of both modes depending on different situations. Now, let's see what's new in WinLave Pro 15. As usual, the sound library has been updated with even more realistic and original sounds, further encouraging the use of MIDI files. For this reason, as we all know, MIDI files can be modified and customized, in contrast with audio and video files. By using its own internal sound bank, WinLave is a more and more independent system which does not require an external sound expander. All of this is aimed at minimizing the necessary equipment for musicians without compromising quality. Furthermore, the ability to use WinLive's internal sounds via an external MIDI keyboard has been expanded, allowing users to assign and save a combination for each song, whether it is MIDI, audio, or video. Below is an overview of the available sounds, along with their respective controls and up to 10 layers. Besides, you can create and save further sound combinations. Another new feature is the addition of new drum rhythms, which are ideal to further customize your MIDI files. In this version, it is now possible to save the file not only within the database, but also physically on your hard disk. For example, after loading a MIDI file, you can replace its drum track with one of the many available rhythms and modify the instruments using the MIDI cover function. At this point, you can save everything into a new MIDI file, keeping the lyrics, chords, and markers intact. Here is the newly modified MIDI file. If necessary, as shown previously, you can then convert the MIDI file into an audio file, like MP3 or WAV, keeping texts, chords, and markers. Or you can export in as video. You can get the same physical saving by inserting the events through the function Event Management. In this MIDI file, we've added some events and, as a result, also in this case, you can save everything in a new MIDI file. We remind you that the events are specific commands inserted into a specific song point, expressed in milliseconds, that let you do some operations, like key change or time change, sending a program change, modifying the general volume or the one from single tracks, inserting or changing a PDF page, and way more. You can see the full list of available by scrolling the related drop-down menu. In this version, we've added several new events, giving you a wider chance of customization. Lastly, you can save a MIDI file physically by making real-time changes or by playing more MIDI files in a row. In this mode, you can take part in real time by setting several parameters, or by stringing more MIDI files to create a single sequence with your favorite songs. Let's see an example by acting in real time, and WinLive lets you record each change you make. Here's the result. we've created a single MIDI file from all the changes made and the linking with several songs. Alright, as you already know, in order to create a song list, you just need to select the Multi-Import in Database function from the File menu. This process lets you import more files simultaneously, also from subfolders, and indicates which of the 39 song lists you'd like to insert them in. For instance, you can select the song list 1 and rename it to make the identification easier. Once you've imported the songs into the database, you can move or copy them into another song list, which have been renamed in several areas: associate texts, PDFs, videos, or images, and organize them according to a customized order, and manage them through the several available functions in the database mode. Then, coming back into the performance mode, you can bring up the song list 1 by clicking on F1 button. This way, you'll see the list of imported files with a color system stating the format: black for MIDI files, red for audio files, green for videos, and so on. Once the song list is open, with the right button of the mouse you can access to several functions. One of the new features of WinLave Pro 15 is the chance to highlight your favorite songs. You just need to click the right button of the mouse, select Add to Favorites, or press Ctrl+F. The selected songs will be marked with a different color, making the research in the song list easier. By opening the song list again, you can now order the song with just one click, Song List Editor, without having to access to the screen. With Fast Edit, you can make your operations without the direct access to the database mode. Here, our song's playing. We remind you the shortcuts. With F1 button you open the song list, and with Enter button you play the song. With the space bar you can book the next song. With Y button you can mix it with the next song, or blur it with Q button. By clicking plus button or INS button, you can book more songs in a temporary song list, which can be brought up with F10 button. When playing a MIDI file, you can remove the melody with M button. Isolate the bass and drums, channels 2 and 10, clicking on B. Clicking again on B you'll hear only channel 2, which is generally associated to the bass. With D button you'll hear only the drums, and with N button you'll reset the channel as installed. Lastly, with button A, you'll activate all channels. The Page Plus and Page Minus button lets you slide PDF texts or music sheets. Now the same action can be managed through a Bluetooth pedal board, keeping the musician's hand free while performing. According to the Bluetooth pedalboard model, you can associate further commands like start, stop, and many others. In the matter of chords, we remind you that WinLave allows viewing the chords for MIDI and audio file, only if they're already included within the file. If, on the contrary, there are no chords, WinLave calculates them automatically, providing this way an additional support for the performance. Of course, you can always insert and synchronize the chords manually, in the same way as inserting and synchronizing a text. In this latest version, you can create markers in real time and save them in the database rapidly through the Quick Save button. You create the markers clicking on the following buttons: Alt+1, Alt+2, and so on. Once you've created them, you can go from a song point to another, which allows you to create your own customized structure, which differs from the original structure. Furthermore, in the Edit Mode function, thanks to the markers, you can create and memorize a customized structure by using the jump command or by the loop number, choosing how many times you want to repeat a song part. Going back to the database Synchro has been optimized and sped up to allow both database backup and synchronization from a main PC to a second one, and the shift of the entire database, including songs, from the PC to the apps WinLave Gold Mobile or WinLave Pro Mobile, available on Android and iOS. To achieve this operation, each user is given 10 gigabytes of storage on our servers. If needed, you can purchase more storage directly on our website. Don't forget that the 10 gigabytes in cloud storage represent one of the costless services offered to those who update WinLave to the latest version. Other included services are 120-minute remote assistance, which let our operators connect directly to the user's PC to provide support, show specific functions, or attend a short formative course. The Remote Control app, available on Android and iOS, allows you to control WinLave remotely and to view lyrics and chords as if you had another monitor. The YouTube inclusion within the program, which allows a direct access to the online YouTube catalog. We remind all users to follow thoroughly all YouTube terms of use. To achieve all these new functions and the free extra services, we advise you to update your WinLave to the latest version. The program comes with the activation on 2 devices, so that you can install it on 2 PCs, Windows, or Mac. In the current version, the user can manage directly their activations in case of formatting, PC change, main hard disk replacement, RAM increase, and so on. In particular cases, extra activations can be purchased directly from our website. We remind you that the activation transfer to third parties is forbidden, as well to avoid your entire account from being blocked. Let's go back to the main 2 modes, Performance Mode and Media Explorer Mode. As explained previously, in the Performance Mode, based on the database, we advise you to insert your own musical repertoire, since this way the changes made to the single songs are being memorized and can be brought up later on with your customizations. On the other hand, it's inappropriate to use this mode as general archive to draw upon the need according to your audience's requests. For the latter need, you can use the Media Explorer mode, which provides specific and fast research functions to identify the desired songs rapidly. In this latest version, you can find new useful functions which allow you to take part on more files at the same time, for instance for canceling, renaming, or importing directing into the database. If a file is already in the database, the possible elimination and renaming operations will reflect immediately there as well, avoiding the missing file report, which are generally highlighted in performance as gray. In the Media Explorer mode, you can create and eventually save several playlists by selecting the desired song, setting possible tone changes, and inserting a comment, which can be viewed in the subtitle bar of Karaoke Monitor. The two modes, Performance and Media Explorer, can be managed without any interruption through the related button or the shortcut Ctrl+Alt+P and Ctrl+Alt+M. Further implementations have been added to the background function. Don't forget that this function plays automatically the songs selected during break times. In case there are no songs available for the background, you can free download some of the ones we provide. In addition, you can now add one or more screen images, eventually selected from an older randomly, which will be viewed at the same time as the background is playing. Let's see the quick icons placed at the bottom right of the screen, the read buttons which bring up specific functions, whose visibility can change according to the screen resolution. In this latest version, we've been introducing new functions linkable to the quick icons, including the chance to import and export them on another PC. Lastly, let's take a look to the extra WinLave AI service, available with the membership, which allows you to analyze an audio or video file and divide it into different tracks. Furthermore, this service can identify the singing part even in different languages by converting the file into a synchronized text, word by word, directly within the audio file. Beyond the multi-track file, WinLave AI lets you create an MP3+ file, which is a simple MP3 file that, instead of having a single track, it has two of them. This file can be performed with any MP3 player, but only WinLave systems, both programs and apps, will be able to manage the two tracks separately. All other systems will perform only the main track. To explain it better, let's perform this MP3+ file, which is both the music track and the vocal part. In the mixer section, you can set or turn off the second track, in this case, the vocal track.
You never let me down before.
Alternatively to the WinLave AI system, if you have two different tracks, we can create an MP3+ file directly from WinLave from the Tools section. Here we can select the two files and save them into a single MP3+1. Alright, we've now gone through the new WinLave Pro 15 features, which keeps being a landmark for those who aim to manage their musical repertoire professionally. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to our channel to get notifications and to be updated on the newest videos. See you soon.